Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you an OP Guts Greatsword build for an Elden Ring. So this is one of the most iconic weapons from Berserk, and it's in Elden Ring as well. This weapon is also extremely powerful, and it has a really cool attack. It hits in a huge area, but there's some ways we can actually make this extremely useful. So there's this weapon art that I'm going to go over and how it can deal a ton of damage, but we're obviously going to want to upgrade the greatsword as high as we can. I'll get into the stats here too. We're going with a heavy greatsword because we can actually make use of a high strength stat here. It's going to give us a nice physical damage of 349 plus 513. Now, this is at level 150, but if you're lower level, that is perfectly okay. I'll show you which stats to increase and when. Getting your vigor up to 30 is your first priority, and then getting your strength up obviously at 31 to wield this as well, and then having enough endurance to equip armor and have all the items that you want equipped. I'm going with 26 mind, although you can drop that even lower because we're not going to be using anything outside of really Lion's Claw. So I have 5 potions there, but you don't need that many. You only need probably like 1 or maybe at max 2. 40 endurance just allows us to attack more without running out of stamina and put all those points you can into strength. I have 12 dexterity to be able to equip that sword because you need your dexterity to be 12 and strength 30. So yeah, get your strength up as high as possible because it's going to give us even more damage. Now my poise is 107, so that's extremely high, but at least make sure you have 51 or 56 would be a nice early cutoff because that's going to give you the ability to just not get shoved around as much, and higher poise means you're going to do more posture damage, so that's pretty useful too. Now, I'm just going with the Crucible, Axe, Helm, and Armor because it looks pretty cool. I'm also using the Bull Goat Gauntlets and Greaves to further increase our heaviness, or our poise. These are also giving a good amount of defense there too. It just gives a nice aesthetic as well. I'm also using the Bull Goat's Talisman alongside these because this is going to further raise our poise. If we were to take that off, it takes our poise down to 80, so it's not a necessary piece. You can go with a lower poise, so that's perfectly fine, but I like having it as high as possible. Shard of Alexander boosts the attack power of skills, which Lion's Claw is just going to decimate with. The Great Jar Arsenal will vastly raise our maximum equip load, and then the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman for damage resist. Now we can alternatively go with a Great Sword in the offhand. What's nice about that is, or a Colossal Sword I should say, Zweihander is a good one that doesn't require any further stat investment. Even like the Troll's Golden Sword is another good option there for just another damage source. But what we want to do with these is, if you have 2 of them, is to do jump attacks. And you could even switch out your armor to the Raptor's, to the armor that's going to give the increased damage. Let me see if I can find it here. The Raptor, I believe, or Raptor's Black Feathers, yeah. So this increases jump attack damage. So that's a pretty good option to go with. And then we can also go with, we got a heavy load right now, but if you went with that, I would recommend going with the Claw Talisman here, enhanced jump attacks. I don't know if this extra sword fully geared up, but you want to jump attack, it does a good amount of damage. Like we can one-shot these guys. I don't typically go this route, but it is one way you can go. I think that it's best to actually just use our Lion's Claw. So we got an Albinarch here coming after us, and this is our attack. Oh, he fell to his death. The Lion's Claw does, you can see there, 2,500 damage. It's pretty powerful considering one of our attacks doesn't do that much damage. And you also get like a bit of a dodge there. So one normal attack is 900, which is pretty decent all things considered. But the Lion's Claw really does step it up a whole other level. I feel bad for these Albinarchs here, but yeah, that's where the damage comes in. You can also pair this with like the Sword of Milos if you wanted to get a little bit of FP regen, because using Lion's Claw will get rid of your FP pretty quickly. But yeah, the Lion's Claw is an extremely useful spell. Against bosses, you can just destroy them just by going at them with that multiple times. It does really good posture damage too. Unfortunately, these are all getting one-shot by it, but if they didn't, their posture would be really close to being broke. So yeah, Lion's Claw plus the Great Sword is extremely useful. You can go with that dual wielding build, and if you're on New Game Plus, go grab another one and dual wield 2 Great Swords, because what's better than 1 Great Sword? 2. But yeah, what's useful about this build is this Lion's Claw attack and the jump attack. So feel free to spam them, and you can take down a lot of bosses in Elden Ring pretty easily. So yeah, this is right before the DLC drops. I'm super excited for it. So let me know in the comments what you're most excited for in the Elden Ring DLC. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.